Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out some Gmail here. So we're going to do a variety of things right here. We've been doing this for a while, so you should be pretty familiar with most of this. But let's start out with just looking at a signature here. So to get to my signature, I need to click my settings and then this settings button right here. And that will take me to some advanced features that I could do with my account. So a variety of things right here. This is all going to be in the general right here. And here's where I'm able to change my picture. And then here's where I'm able to put my signature. So I could delete this right here and I could say, and so one thing to note, I did this first in a Google Doc to get some extra formatting right here. I'm going to click this clear formatting button right here. That did not work. Clear formatting. All right, Clyde. So I could do some things here. There's not a whole lot of formatting that I could do here besides changing the font, the size, bold italics, a little bit of color. I can insert an image. I can link certain things like if I wanted to say CVC 7th grade student, I can link CVC to the school's website. So there's a little bit I could do right here, but I am able to take some formatting if I do something in Google Docs or elsewhere and paste it right in here. So that's an example of your signature. Then you would need to go down to save changes to save any of this right here. So that's our signature. Some other things that we could do is we can label our emails. So I'm just going to click this create a new label, and I might say something like teachers right here. And then any email that I got from my teachers, I could do a variety of things. I could drag it over here, and when I drag it, what that means is that it's taking it out of my inbox and archiving it, but giving it this label right here of teachers. So I can find it in teachers right here. Now, it's not in my inbox right here. The inbox shows you emails that you have not archived. If I go to all mail, then I see all of my things, even things that I have archived. So let me show you how to archive something besides dragging it into a label. It's this button right here that says archive. I could also read the email, and then that button pops up right here. If I'm in the email, I could click this labels and I could put whatever labels I want on it like that. If I wanted to get a little fancy, I could color code my labels as well. That's nice if I decide not to archive things and I want it like this. I can see visually in my inbox right here the different colors. So we got our signature, our label. Hey, but we're going to do some things because there are some things like, here's this from Mr. Houseward right here. We might want something to happen to specific emails. Like maybe we want it to skip our inbox. Maybe we want to mark it as we've already read it. Or maybe we want to automatically apply a label to that. So I'm going to click, I'm in this email, I'm going to click my three dots. I'm going to click filter messages like these. Okay, and when I do that, it's going to find similar messages and it says, oh, so you're looking for messages from bhouseward@cvc.org. Well, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a star right in front of here. And just what the star means, it means that anything, that there could be anything there. It could be A, it could be ABC, it could be blah, 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 blah. Okay, @cvc.org. It doesn't matter. Everything from @cvc.org. And I could add some other things like if it has a certain subject or words or has an attachment, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and create this filter. And for this, I could choose any of these right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the label and move it to my teachers. Now, right now, if I do this, it's only going to do it for my future emails. I can click this button and it will label all of my past past emails as well. I'm going to do that so that all the previous emails will get that label as well. All right, so now we see all these in here for teachers right here. Okay, so but let's say I want to make a message. I want to send a message right here. Well, there's some different things that I need to do. First, I need to figure out who this is to. So maybe it is to Mr. Grote right here, me. Okay. One other thing that you can do is these things right here, CC and BCC. The CC aspect stands for carbon copy. That just means that it's not directly to this person, but they should be informed of this email. So you might be writing an email to a teacher, but it also involves one of your classmates. You might CC your classmates so that they're notified of this as well. The BCC, that means for blind carbon copy. That means that the person on the blind carbon copy will see who's on the email, will receive the email, but they won't see anyone else on the email. They also, the person receiving the email, so the person in the to box, won't see who's on the blind carbon copy. Okay, so it's a way for you to send an email without other people knowing who else is getting this. It's also important to put a subject. You don't want a lot of no subject emails in here, so just a brief explanation of what this is about right here. And hi, Mr. Grote, this is a test email. We could do something like that. And I'm able to add some different things on here if I want. I could send, or I could schedule this to send later. That's a new feature that's recently come out. I could send this, schedule it. Maybe I'm writing this at the beginning of school and I want to send it after school. I could schedule it to send then. But I'm just going to press send right here. Okay, last thing is that you might have a group of students that you want to email regularly. Maybe you're in a group project and you don't want to have to keep emailing them, typing in their emails. You can create contact lists right here. And I actually have to click my waffle up here and then go to contacts in order to do this. And that actually brings me to a different Google service. So I have my contacts right here. Okay, I could create a label, like maybe this is going to be my group project. I don't know, something like that. Well, I can look in my directory right here, and I could search maybe, okay, maybe these first people, maybe they're in my group here. Okay, if they're not already in my contacts, I have to add them to my contacts. And then from here, I can give them the label of group project right here. So they're in that label of group project. Now, if I want to use that, I do have to go back and refresh my email so that it gets that update. And now when I compose, I can type in group project right here. And I'll be able to, it automatically fills in their names, and I would be able to send them an email. Okay, some final things is that I can search for things right here. I can search for words or people, but what's more powerful is using your drop-down menu to get some things. So I could search for emails from Mr. Heemstra, so specifically from Mr. Heemstra, and this one did not have any from Mr. Heemstra, but I could also find emails that are to a specific person. So maybe there's an email that I know was to me and also to someone else. Maybe it has these words in the subject, or maybe it has these words in the body, or it had an attachment, or it was in this certain date. I'm able to do a big search like that. Finally, let's say this is an email and I need to forward this. So if I click, here's my reply. If I click more, I can forward this message, and maybe I forward it to Mr. DeGroat and I say, check out this article. And I could click send, and that would take this entire email and send it on its way to a new person. Okay, so very important to be able to manage your email as a form of communication and to stay on top of things.